All right, let's try this again. Okay, I see that this is okay. So I think that this is about to work. I am so excited. Good morning and Happy New Year to you. I am Sandra Bishop, and I am so honestly elated to be here with you on this January 2nd, 2023. I am excited about this new opportunity for those of you who have been watching me for whether it's a couple of years or whether it is just a few months. Welcome. I am one of my commitments to what I have done is that I would be broadcasting live over both Facebook as well as YouTube. And so, to that end, I have set this up in a little bit of a different way, and I'm excited about having the opportunity to reach out and to come into contact with more and more people. You guys, of course, this whole setup has been such a blessing for me. In 2022, actually, in 2020, I started doing a Facebook Live on a daily basis. And it has been such a blessing to me. We are in day like 560 some of broadcasting live on a daily basis. And to bring information and upliftment, empowerment, all of those things has been what I've endeavored to do. And so now, as a result of that, I wanted to not just make this available to, just to the folks that I know over Facebook. And while I open it up, there is still this need that I have to just kind of go out and share this word more widely. And so to that end, we are here and together, and I am wishing you a amazing new year. And I'm just still trying to figure out my screens here. So if you will just bear with me for a minute, because as it stands, I don't exactly know where my Facebook chat is. So I'm just trying to figure that out. If there is one. But I want to say good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. And welcome and interactivity. Maybe this is it. No. I'm not exactly sure of where it would be. Okay, maybe this is it. Let's see, maybe. So, I will see. I will see. So greetings, greetings, greetings. And as you know, I will tell you that part of the way that I approach this is that I'm here because this is a wonderful blessing to me in my life. So if at times it seems as though, who knows how many will watch, whether now or later on in the course of the day. I don't know those things, but that's not my concern. My concern is showing up in this venue and doing what I do, because it blesses me. So if you are looking for me on YouTube, I am at Sandra Bishop on YouTube, and here on Facebook, Sandra D. Bishop. But look for the live icon wherever you are. So let me tell you a little bit about how this goes. And this is, like I said, this has been wonderful for me. This goes like this. I come in here because I think that, first off, that we need to start to look at things not from a micro standpoint, but from a larger standpoint, incorporating both history and ancestry, both story, whether metaphysical or whether myth. We need to begin to look at life from a holistic perspective. And hopefully that is what I do. A person who loves to take something and to breathe into it and look deeper into ideas and issues. That's what I do here. And so I am so like heartened by the feedback and the responses that I've received so far. I also do a show that is based on health and how we connect race to health, and race and health and the larger society, the economy, marginalization, different ideas around that. There are so many things that I love to bring together and encourage you to think about so that you see yourself in a different light. The aim here is not to empower others, but rather to put the power back in your hands where it belongs. I am, by profession, by nature, a minister. I am, I come with a perspective or a lens that I see the world through that is based on New Thought. I was raised in a Baptist church, and then I found New Thought. And so all of these ideas, a philosophy major, a lover of myth and mythology and philosophy, and all of these things merged together in this one package that is me and more. I mean, I don't mean to leave out the political side or the side that thinks about health, and the side that sees myself or knows myself to be a Black woman living in America. All of those things converging into one wonderful spot where I can bring together different ideas, different thoughts for you. And so as we embark on this, just this yellow brick road, and I want to talk about that too, from a different place than you might have thought about before. As we kind of, journey down this yellow brick road, let's see what comes out. I invite you on this journey with me. I'm excited for this encounter, knowing that all encounters, all of them, whether you know it or not, are on purpose. They are here because they're supposed to be. So, yay. So I want to now, one of the things that I do is I normally share at the top of the hour from the daily guides. I am a reader of so many different things. You will hear me from time to time go through and talk about the books that I'm reading, because I think that sometimes it's important for people to recognize that the information that I give out comes from sources. And it is not just that it is the sources that I read, but I like put them through this this prism that is my own. And then we see what comes out on the other side. So if there is something that I am reading that is just tantalizing and I share that with you, it is for you to understand and know what sort of prompts this, and to encourage you to also read. Here in the city of Cleveland, we have a wonderful program that is going on at the moment that is geared towards getting 1 million people to read books, or 1 million hours worth of book reading. And so that is one of those things that if you are a part of that, I invite you to read along with me on some of the things that some of the things that I share. Okay, so I'm still not exactly sure about where my chats are. I have no idea, but I will keep on going and see what happens. Okay, so let me do my morning readings for you, and then after we do the morning readings, we'll go into uh, just what I'm talking about on today. Yay. So, the first reading that I do is from the Science of Mind magazine. Actually, all of the readings that I do is from the Science of Mind magazine. And I usually, so, um, okay. Okay. So, as such, let's see. Okay, so one of the things that I do, um, okay, so that is interesting. This is, like I said, this is all new to me, and so I am just trying to work my way through it and see how it goes. So, so the daily guides are published by what is called the Science of Mind magazine, and I have a copy of the Science of Mind magazine right here, but I read it to you from off of my Kindle. And so I want to read to you this particular one, share it with you, and then I'll move on to the next. So it is this one for Monday today, January 2nd, 2023. And it is called Blessings for a New Year. That is the title of it, Blessings for a New Year. And it is written by Reverend Dr. Marilyn Louise Leo. And so here we are. So her first quote is as follows: "You are so much more than a material time-space organism. You are the I am, a being of light born from, living within, and giving expression to universal love and intelligence." And that quote comes from Roger Teal, "This Life is Joy." And from Ernest Holmes on the Sermon by the Sea, he says, "It is in our heart, our mind, our own consciousness, our own being, where we live 24 hours a day, awake or asleep, and that eternal share of the infinite comes to us because every person is in some part of the essence of God. Not a fragment, but a totality." Oh, I love that quote. And oh my goodness, I would love to be able to share with you my take on that quote. But let me read this, because I know I have this ability to go off on a riff on things. And so when I go off on a riff on things, it takes me down that yellow brick road, or down the rabbit hole, or however you want to think of it. It takes me in a different direction. So let me read what Reverend Leo wrote. So here we go. It says, "Whether it is a new year or a new day, it can be a new beginning if you choose it to be. Today we have the opportunity to review our present life and change whatever we believe is not working for a greater experience of joy. Right now, this very moment is as good as any, so why not make the most of it? Take a few quiet moments to dwell on what your life will be like with your dreams fulfilled. Take a few moments to think about what your life would be like with your dreams fulfilled. Will you have more vitality? Live in a different city or a different state? Or have more or fewer responsibilities? This is not running away from anything or merely daydreaming. This is setting a new intention for your life. Contemplate what you would like your life to be. Investigate all areas of your health and well being, your relationships, and your financial circumstances. Remember not to dwell on what things look like today, only on what you want them to be tomorrow, next month, or next year. Look at the light at the end of the road, at the end of the tunnel. Look for it. Your path will be lit and made known to you. You will be surprised at the opportunities coming your way. Look at each one and give thanks for the infinite guidance. Make wise choices and move forward. Above all, give thanks for what you have today and all the goodness awaiting your recognition. The affirmation that she puts with this is with gratitude from my heart, I accept all goodness life has for me, has to offer you. Oh, you guys, this is so good, and it's such a good way to begin the year, to envision another possibility. Not enough of us still dream or dream anymore. So many people have this tendency to have this pessimistic idea that life will be today just like it was the day before and the day before that and the day before that. We get stuck in a repetitious way of thinking about things, anything. And so when we start to or continue to think in the same ways all the time, what we get is a duplication of what we've always gotten. And we need to break the habit, as Joe Dispenza would say, break the habit of being who we are. And we only do that by setting something else in motion. Your thoughts are so powerful, and you get according to what your belief is. And so if that's the case, how then do you shift around that belief? Now, this is not something that happens overnight. You didn't get where you are overnight. But what you do is by taking constant, specific steps towards what it is that you envision, the universe begins to support you. Did you know that you actually have angels assigned to you? As a matter of fact, I love the quote that I read originally in Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way. In The Artist's Way, there's this little quote that says, even a blade of grass has angels standing over it saying, grow, grow. Now, is any less possible for you? And just because you don't see them or are aware of them, does that mean that they're not there, that they're not operational? Sometimes we have to act as if until the actuality becomes what we know, how you move through the world. There is a moment in time where you have to act as if it is already done. Act as if it is true. And then when truth finally catches up to you, my goodness. You'll be dancing through life just like I do, like everything is magical. And that is amazingly good. Now, I want to make sure that I circle back a little bit on this. It says that in the original quote that she did by Ernest Holmes, it says that the infinite comes to us because every person is some part of the essence of God. Not a fragment, it says, but as totality. And for the people who are just seeing me for the very first time, I want to kind of illustrate this in a way. A lot of times we don't perceive ourselves as living in what some people call a holographic universe. A holographic universe meaning that every molecule of air has in it O2. It's not O2.5 or O1, and then we need to find another molecule that matches this. And it is in its totality what it is. So at every space, everything has the same encoding. Everything participates in its fullness. So you don't have like 1,000th of a something of God. The fullness of God is right where you are. Just like in a drop of water, the drop of water is the H2O, which is the same thing that an ocean is. It is in its same kind as everything else. In its fullness, everything exists everywhere. And so if we could just embrace that, we're not looking at ourselves partially or through a light dimly, but rather it is in its fullness here and now. But just because you may operate at half mass, or just because you may perceive yourself as operating at half mass, does not mean that that is the truth. It means that the possibility for the totality is there. When you are told by some that you are, how do people say it? That you are only using a small percentage of what is possible, of your brain's capacity or its possibility. It's because you are. It doesn't mean that it's not total. It doesn't mean that the ability or the totality is not there. It means that you are not living into that. So then to ask yourself, what does it mean to breathe into that space? What does it mean to live into that space? Then once you start to think about it from that perspective, what does it mean for me to be there in its fullness, in its allness? What would that look like? And then begin to push out into that, into those possibilities. To me, it is amazingly awesome. So here we go. Let me move on to my next piece here. This is odd. This is odd. I am not exactly sure. This is interesting. I am really still trying to figure out how this works here. I am really still trying to figure out how this works. Okay, so this is not, I am not seeing, All right, so let me continue to talk for a minute as I look for where this is happening on my page here. I am still trying to figure this out. Let's see. I'm so glad that you are here on this. You know, sometimes we have to make new decisions or different decisions for ourselves and for our life. And part of it is looking for and looking at information that enlivens or enriches our life, whatever that may mean for you. And I know that for me, let's see. Okay. I know that for me, I am always interested in doing what, Okay. I am not exactly sure of why I am having issues here. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I am having, it seems like I'm having some technical difficulties, and I'm not sure exactly why. It seems as though I have everything set up the way it is supposed to, but by now, usually I have people um, that are participating. And because that is not happening, it just seems like there must be something wrong. And I just am not able to figure out what is wrong. And and for a minute there, I saw that this was working just fine. And now it seems that it is not. So I am going to, and while it's telling me that my stream is healthy over YouTube, that fact that I am not on Facebook causes me some dismay. So let me see what I need to do in order to um, uh, okay, so what is the okay, I am not exactly sure why this is happening, or if I am just not. I doubt that it is the case that I am just not seeing this working correctly. Mm. Okay, and let's see. Scene control statistics. And I am not sure. Okay. All right, so I am still, like I said, and here's what I hate too. I hate dead air. It's like I despise that. And so I'm busy trying to figure out what it is that I am doing or not doing so that I can see. I've been on now for a total of 28 minutes. And yet and still it is not showing that I have my normal viewers on Facebook. Let me see. Can you see my live stream? Okay, let's see that. Can anyone see my live stream? Currently in progress, right? That is where I'm at. Currently in progress. And I am I am not exactly sure of how this is working, and it is frustrating me. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try this yet again and see if I see anything, any life. Yeah, because I am amazed that this is not showing me what I am thinking that I need to see. Okay, so let's see, advanced settings. Okay, and okay. All right, I have to go off and come back on. And my apologies to anyone who has been watching me thus far. And I'm going off because I just need to. I broadcast every single day, and I have plenty of viewers that are not on to this stream. And so, in an effort to honor that, let me go off and figure out what I need to do and come right back. Okay? Thanks for being here.